In this video, we're going to take a ride on a, what is it?
Riverboat.
Riverboat. Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
We are here down in Marietta, Ohio.
Yes, we are.
We came down yesterday and we spent some time with family. We posted some pictures out on Instagram. Some places where we were here before, and we just got up and got ready and got the luggage put back in the car, and we're going to go have breakfast, meet up with the family again. We stayed here at the Hilton.
It's the Hampton Inn by Hilton.
Hampton Inn by Hilton.
Yes, sort of.
Yeah. So tomorrow is Labor Day, but we came down to celebrate my mom's 80th birthday.
Correct.
And my birthday, we won't talk about that, but that was
a couple days ago.
So we thought it'd be fun to kind of come down and trip. Mom's always wanted to go on one of those steamboats with the wheel in the back. So that's what we did for the birthdays.
All right.
So I don't know how much footage we're going to get today, but we're going to share with you our little ride on there. And yeah, go from there.
Okay.
All right. So let's get to it. Oh, yesterday we stopped at the Anchorage.
Yes.
You recall this?
I do.
We posted pictures on Instagram.
I do.
For those of you who are fans on Our Haunted Travels, you've seen that place several times. And here's a picture from yesterday. That was us standing there in front of it. But here's why you should notice that building. I'll play this. This is the intro from Our Haunted Travels. So that's the building that is featured in our intro.
That's
right.
right.
We changed over the last time we were down here in Marietta and did a bunch of ghosty stuff and took a tour of the mortuary museum, and yeah, that was a fun trip.
So if you want to see the Mortuary Museum video or the Anchorage Museum video, you can
I'll put links to
click
them down
somewhere on the
either
screen.
down in the description or somewhere, and you can check out those where we actually went inside, did a tour, and yeah, that was pretty cool. So today we're doing something new. We're going on the riverboat.
That's right.
Okay, so let's go have some breakfast.
Okay.
All right. So, Mary, what's your opinions about the scones here for breakfast?
Scones are really good. I had 4.
I see you got some
She's
traveler
so
scones.
They were really good.
You got some for traveling too?
I have to say though, they are small. They're only like this big around, okay? They're triangles, but they're only that big. So it's maybe looking like maybe 1.5 real size scones.
Okay.
That's what I'm looking at.
So there's your justification.
That's right.
Okay. Okay, so we are on our way. Where are we going? Farmers Market?
Farmers market of some kind.
Before we go to the boat.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
So the fun part about this trip is I get to ride.
Yes, you do.
I don't have to drive.
That's right.
That's awesome.
And we're your hosts.
Overweighted.
Yeah, we're your co-hosts.
We're your
There
There's
we
our
go.
co-hosts.
Say, give a thumbs up.
I'm
There you
co-host shout slash.
Then we got the birthday girl over there.
There's the matriarch.
So
All right.
we're going in search of tomatoes, I think.
Yeah, apparently we have to get the best
Marietta
tomatoes in
tomatoes.
Marietta. I don't know.
She didn't send it to me.
I don't know. I'm just riding along for the ride.
Just go
Yeah.
straight.
All right. We'll check back here in a little bit. All right, we have an injury.
Yeah, that's gonna leave a mark.
Player down on the field. What'd you do? Hit your knee getting out of the car?
Yeah, and I smacked it like real strong too. I was like, BAM!
All right, rub dirt on it. Walk
Yeah,
it off.
Yeah, gotta walk it off. I'll be okay.
You're limping a
I'm
little bit.
okay.
Limping a little bit more than normal.
Yeah, I'll probably have a huge bruise there later.
So where are we at now?
I don't know, some farmer's market.
We're at a little
They
farmer's
have a
market.
sign piece of it. We'll see. If we
Okay,
can
we got to
circle
go
around.
around and see the name of it.
Witten Farm Market.
Witten Farm Market. Mom wanted to get some Marietta tomatoes. Yeah, there we go. Witten Farm Market.
Yeah, and no, You cannot
So-
do what you wanted.
There she wants to get tomatoes, and she's all the way back there. We've been here for about 25 minutes now, but
Stop it. It has been like 3. But go ahead, pan over there to where you want to pull things from the bottom. And I said, no.
yeah, I wanted to pull cantaloupe from the bottom. Marianne said no.
And your sister said, don't be that
Don't be
kid.
that kid. All right, we're gonna check this place out.
So we're over here looking at fruits and vegetables, and Sean disappeared. Oh wait, there he is, looking at trailers again. We have plenty, we don't need any more.
Yeah, it'd be eaten for 2 weeks. I think we're ready. These separate. It's separate bags.
There's their weighing down of their canopy and some big giant buckets. I was recording you over there and I said, where did he go? Oh, he doesn't need another trailer.
No, I was just looking. So we're early, but I do believe that this is the boat that we're going on. I'll take a little tour of the river. So we got here early. There's another one down farther, but I think this is the one we're going on. Pretty cool. How's your knee?
It's
Better?
bruising.
Bruising?
But it feels better, but I can see the bruise.
Okay. Where are you going?
I'm going to take pictures as a historical marker. I'm a historical marker photographer, you know.
Yeah.
I know it's photographer, but I was in the middle of taking photographs and my brain wasn't working fast enough.
That's all right. Towboat, W.P. Snyder Jr. You gonna read it?
From the other side. I'll start on the other side.
Oh, that's it there.
That's it there, yeah.
So you gonna read it?
Yeah, give me a second. Take my pictures here.
Get it framed up there.
What's that? Okay, here we go. The towboat, W.P. Snyder Jr. The W.P. Snyder Jr. is one of the few links between the age of steam-powered, stern-wheeled towboats and the diesel-powered, propeller-driven vessels that push barges on America's rivers today. The James Rees and Sons Company in Pittsburgh built the boat for the Carnegie Steel Company, and she was launched in 1918 as the W.H. Klingerman. During the boat's working life, she primarily pushed barges loaded with coal on the Monongahela and Ohio rivers. After various changes in name, the Crucible Steel Company of America bought the boat in 1945 and named her the W.P. Snyder Jr. after the company's president. Crucible retired the Snyder in 1954, and as was the fate of her kind, she would have probably been scrapped. In 1955, however, the sons and daughters of pioneer rivermen and the Ohio Historical Society concluded that one example of a steam towboat should be preserved.
So that's this one here. W.P. Snyder. Oh, there's more.
But wait, there's more.
Okay.
Okay, so Mr. W.P. Snyder Jr. and the Crucible Company agreed and donated the boat to the Ohio Historical Society. The Snyder arrived in Marietta on September 16th of 1955. The Snyder carried no passengers or cargo. It was a towboat built to push barges and accommodate crew. The normal complement was approximately 20 people, including the captain, pilot, mate, engineer, and assistant engineers, deckhands, maids, and a cook. In addition to the engine room and pilot house, the boat has 11 crew staterooms, 4 commodes, 3 showers, a bathtub, 2 pantries, and a refrigerator, cookhouse, dining room, and laundry. The Snyder is approximately 175 feet long, including her 21-foot paddle wheel, and 32 feet wide. Her draft is approximately 5 feet. 2 engines on either side of the engine room pushed the boat and barges along at speeds at about 8 miles per hour.
Pretty cool. Let's go get some more pictures of it.
All right, and there's a flood height sign over there.
So this is pretty high up. It says the adjacent poles, those there, show the height of the floodwaters. Wow. What do we got? 1907. You can't tell, but I'm heading pretty far uphill. I'll turn around. It's got 1884, 1898, 1907, 1913, 1937. Wow. Look how far up we are.
I
That's
would
some
have
flooding.
definitely been way underground,
Oh yeah.
underwater level.
Oh yeah. Okay, so like I said earlier, we believe this is the one that we're going on. It's going to be a 1.5 hour cruise. So hopefully we don't end up like Gilligan's Island.
Nah, Gilligan was a 3-hour
3
cruise.
That was out in the ocean. This we're just going up and down the river. So I gotta look. I don't know which river this is.
I think we'll find out.
There's the Ohio River. I'll have to look.
Okay.
So this is the Muskegum River.
Okay.
And just down the ways down that way, you can't see too good from here, well we will on the boat, is the Ohio River. And they'll converge together down there. Okay, I'll show you on the maps. So we're right here. We're going to go down the Muskegum River. There's the Ohio River.
Okay.
Right there. So where we were at last night's right there on the tip. The Lafayette, right there. That's where we had dinner last night. So hopefully the rain holds out. It's a little misty, but it's supposed to clear up. So we'll see. Smell diesel.
Yeah.
We're in a historical location. What are you guys doing? Just playing on your phones?
No, we're
Yeah.
trying to figure out if the spot we're sitting right now, if it's haunted.
You making fun of me? I can't tell you there were 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different times where this was completely underwater.
I know, and that's what we think people might have been sitting at this very spot, hoping that the rain would subside.
You're making fun of me, aren't you?
No, we're not.
Misty.
We
I'll
love
try
him.
not to throw you off the boat while we're riding down the Ohio River.
Are you gonna let him talk to me like that, Mom?
I didn't hear what he said. I'm
He's
sorry.
being mean.
Is he again?
This may or may not make it into the video. I don't know,
With that,
because I'm the editor.
we're good. We're good.
But if we come back with one less person, we know why.
We love you.
Here's what she looks like. All right, we are on the boat. On the boat. There's the fire hose. That's the wheel back there. Go get a shot of the wheel. Here's a shot of the wheel. You hear the engine running. We'll come back and get a shot when we get underway. There's the river. So I'm gonna see if they let me drive later.
That might be fun. They let us drive later.
That's the pilot house. There's that W.P. Snyder Jr. the back of it. Look at the wheel on that one. So my wife's here. She probably won't let me go ask if I could drive.
No, but what's really funny is your sister literally just said pretty much the same thing. What? Must be related.
But she wants to drive too? Hey, there's nobody in there. We could take over the ship right now if we wanted to. Go kick it in gear.
Let's do it. Ready?
Go ahead, I'll video.
No, I think it's
What are you doing? I think the keys are in it.
Like I said, the window's open.
But maybe thought it was better.
Look, they got a 2-meter radio right there. See it?
I do.
Right
Oh,
there?
look at the big wheel.
Oh, it's got
Sean.
GPS.
Michael Sean, give me a boost. Michael Sean, help me. I want to touch the wheel.
Hey, you have to get off.
Huh?
Ouch.
Yeah, right. Yeah, right.
Loaded up on your
big
Theraflu. Did
comfy
you take it
chair.
today? Your Theraflu?
Stop it. Look at the big comfy chair.
Yeah, I saw it.
Stop it.
Did you take it this morning or last night?
It's for seasonal allergies.
Okay. We were waiting up over there.
Right, I wonder
That ramp coming down was just a little sketchy, but it was okay.
what would be the best.
Buildings themselves, so hopefully everything will be operational again by next spring. The old steam-powered stern-wheelers were eventually replaced by diesel-powered stern-wheel. We have a very early diesel-powered stern-wheeler back there as well. Like the backer plane that we have the Major. Major was built in 1828 by Charles Ford Engineering for Kelly Creek Forest Lines. Once this river would literally run dry, you could walk across at that point. We now have between 10 and 15 feet of water back there. On our left, you'll see a stone landing that comes down to the river. That landing and the monument directly behind it commemorate the start westward United States, where the original 48 settlers landed April 7, 1788 when they came to colonize the Marietta area. The monument itself was carved by Goodson Borglum, the same fellow who would later in career post in the year 2000. And this new Putnam Street Bridge is a post-stressed concrete panel-style bridge. Panels were cast in place in a cantilever fashion. Balanced the majority of the bridge on the piers themselves and grew in both directions, finally met in the center, one last keystone type fort. As they were building this bridge, we had an interesting
Look at the wall
object
back
show
there.
up. Look up under the overhang, you'll see some dark brown spots. These are mud bird nests, and the birds that built them are cliff swallows. The colony of cliff swallows arrives in Marietta every year on or about April 15th. They repair and rebuild the old nest, have a couple of birds of young while they're in town, and they leave Marietta fairly early in the summer. They actually leave, this year was the first week of August, fly south for over a month, Eventually, end up clear down in South America, spending our winters in Chile. Come back next year, start the whole process over again. Next bridge is the old B&O Railroad Bridge, and it's no longer used by the railroad. The interesting feature of the old bridge, the section on the left sitting on the round pier, that is a swing span. It was necessary to rotate that portion of the bridge to allow the packet boats with their tall smokestacks and pilot houses to operate on the Muskingum River. Railroad bridge can still be turned today, and they'll usually ask for volunteers. The volunteers will carry a T-handle over the middle of that round pier. They drop the handle into the slot on the top of a small gear, grab a hold of the handle, walk in circles through gear reduction, rack and pinion system. That entire span swings 90 degrees. Been done on that for quite a number of years. Nowadays, Muskingum runs anywhere from 3 to 15 foot in depth. If you're in the channel on the Ohio, you're guaranteed at least 9 feet of water. Most places in this area are between 12 and 25 feet deep. Give you a little idea of the heights of the floods in Marietta. Look ahead of us, and on the left is the Lafayette Hotel. That is the large red brick building with the arched windows and the blue awnings. The worst flood in Marietta's recorded history was the flood of 1913, and that put floodwaters to the top of the light brown area on the lower story of Lafayette. About 18 to 20 foot of water downtown. Flood in 1937, 4 feet less than that, just about the top of the arched blue awnings. And our most recent flood significance was in September 2004. We had what was left of Hurricane Francis come through the drainage area. 1 week later, what was left of Hurricane Ivan took the exact same course, and there was enough water from the remnants of those hurricanes. We ended up with about 4 foot of water downtown Marietta. I have several early arrivals in for our STERNWHEELER Festival. It's coming up next weekend. The STERNWHEELER Festival at Marietta is always the weekend after Labor Day in September. Captain Kerr and his father had a cabin and some gardens on the island with the settlement Marietta. Early pioneers were mostly Revolutionary War officers. They remembered the smallpox epidemic that had occurred during the Revolution. So they built a couple of cabins on the island. They would call these the sick houses, and anyone that would arrive in Marietta they suspected had smallpox, they would quarantine at the island. 1837, the Buckeye Gas Pipeline Company purchased the island. They cleared off the upper end. They made improvements to the beaches. They used this as an employee park, and it would grow in popularity. So eventually, they would open up to the general public. They had a large wooden roller coaster. They had a carousel. They had pavilions where they could seat 10,000 people, and bowling alleys and barbecue pits, and a couple of ferry boats that ferried folks from the Marietta city front to the upper end of the island. That amusement park was destroyed in the flood of 1913, and it would never be rebuilt. The island would go into farming. The last family that farmed this island was the Buckley family, and Howard Buckley enjoyed being over there so much in the mid-20s. He built a house and 3 barns on the upper end of the island. He then moved over to the island to live there year-round. Howard would continue farming up until 1955. He would then retire. Go back to a place he had in Williamstown. He would let the island sit idle from then on. Howard's wishes were the island never be commercially developed, and there were several offers made to purchase the island, but it wasn't really what Howard wanted to see happen to it, so he never did sell it. Eventually, Howard would pass away, and in the early 90s, Howard's nephew would sell the island to the federal government. This is now one of 22 islands that make up the Ohio River Islands National Wildlife Refuge. One of the first things about my gentleman about that, and that's fine. Actually, when you reach this level of accomplishment, Kay is 80 today. There we go. Happy birthday, Kay. And then we have Sean Donley. Where Sean is, Sean. We outed her, we're outing you as well. So happy birthday as well. Again, I'd like to thank everyone for including the Valley in your plans. Hope that you enjoy the rest of your stay in Marietta.
Connor, what do you think so far? Nice and kind of relaxing. You just got drenched. I said go back there and get some footage of the wheel. You come back like
It's a little wet
like
back
it's
there.
not the Maid of the Mist.
I know, right?
What do you think so far?
It's a
You having a good time?
It's a nice calm trip.
Yeah, it's nice and peaceful. Not going real fast. Yeah, trying to stay awake. Got the hum of the ship. Yeah. You're so helpful with these
I'm
videos.
sorry, sweetie.
We're turning. We're gonna head back.
Like that casino.
Pretty cool. So that up there, if you keep going, will end up in Pittsburgh. Now we're gonna turn and head towards the Mississippi River.
No, it's not the Mississippi.
It eventually ends up in the Mississippi River.
Which one's which?
Don't be feeding your channel
We're on the Ohio River now.
fake information.
That's Pittsburgh. Mississippi's that way. Yeah.
Mississippi that way.
Do you guys want tea, water, soda? What do you want?
Alright, so it's been a little over an hour and a half, right? So we're coming in the dock. We're going to see how good this captain is. I bet you he's pretty good. He's going to park this thing like a parallel parking in between these two ships.
Yes, you go.
All right.
You should go stand over
Okay.
there and record that.
Let's get some video. That's going to wrap up our little weekend visit to Marietta.
That's right.
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Yeah?
It was a nice, calm, relaxing little cruise.
Yeah, good to come down with some family. Had good dinner last night. Spent the night, went on the boat.
And the sun came out.
Yeah, the sun finally came out. So we're going to get in the car. We got about 3-hour drive to hit back home. And I think we're going to plan on doing some Cove stuff tomorrow, right?
Yes.
And that'll be our labor. We're going to go do labor on Labor Day.
That's right.
All right, folks. Anything else you want to add to this video?
Nope.
Nope?
Nope.
Make sure you check out Donley Cove on Instagram.
And also check out our haunted travels if you like what we're doing here on Donley Cove. Every once in a while we'll throw in these little trips here if they're not related to history or hauntings or something like that. That'll be on the other channel. But if you like what we're doing, hit subscribe, like, share it out, all kinds of stuff like that. At the time of this, I checked this morning, 215 subscribers. So thank you very much, everybody. So till next time.
Thanks for watching.
And happy hunting.